Back in the reaction breaking Spider-Man 4 official Sony update villain. Let's take a look and see what this is all about and check it out.
What's going on, guys? Welcome to Everything Always. My name's Michael Roman, aka Allfires. Now, with the recent release of the Across the Spider-Verse trailer, it really feels like we've gotten updates for every Spider-Man movie over at Sony, except for Spider-Man 4. Recent set photos and leaks from the Madam Web film, theories surrounding their villain, even the confirmation that the live-action Silk spin-off that's in development would be sent to Amazon. A coy post, as Tom Hardy normally does, about Venom 3, but there has been no word at all about what's going on with Spider-Man 4 and Tom Holland's contract. Now, initially, Sony had confirmed they were going to be at CCXP, the Brazilian Comic-Con, just a month ago, and we expected there would be a huge announcement there, but that came and went, and they actually pulled out. Today, we have one of the absolute top brass over at Sony, and Tom Rothman, talking about Spider-Man 4, and the phrase that he uses is actually extremely indicative of what's going on with that film. We're going to break down his most recent quote and the most official update we've gotten about Spider-Man 4 in quite some time. We'll also jump into some of the rumors we haven't had a chance to cover here at the channel recently about possible cameos and or the major villain. But first, if you could grab the subscribe button, we do daily Marvel content at the channel, and that's all we do. Everything from official Easter egg breakdowns, trailers, and reviews, to the occasional industry insider report, and everything in between. So if that sort of thing's for you, hit the subscribe button, leave a comment down below. That will automatically enter you to win our ongoing PS5 giveaway, which we're going to hit any day now. So again, all you got to do, be a subscriber, leave a comment. If you want, stick around to the end of the video. We get into all the giveaway stuff and announce a brand new comic winner there. Okay, so today's update actually comes from the top brass at Sony Pictures Entertainment, their CEO and Tom Rothman. In a report from The Hollywood Reporter that literally broke about an hour ago under the headline, Tom Rothman is this year's studio valedictorian. The article goes on to focus on how well he did navigating 2022 and really did better than a lot of these other movie studios who put a lot of money into movies and then didn't make a lot of money back. Now, right at the very end of the article is where they bring up the Spider-Man IP, mentioning some of the same projects I mentioned during the prologue. But what I'll also mention about them pulling out of CCXP was their original confirmation had a quote alongside the advertisement that said, "Try to control your excitement. If you can, expect big surprises." I speculated at the time the reason they might be pulling out is because they don't have an update for Spider-Man 4, and that's where we find Tom Rothman's quote today about that film. The Hollywood Reporter writes, "There's no official word regarding when the next live-action Spider-Man 4 will hit theaters, but it's a no-brainer," to which Tom Rothman replies, quote, "You bet. When you can expect it, I don't know. Serve no wine before it's time." Now, Tom Rothman is showing his age a little bit here because not only was that supposed to be a slogan from the late 70s from a wine cellar, but he didn't get it exactly right. The slogan is "Sell no wine before it's time," and although he mixed up his words here, I think the sentiment's exactly the same. No matter what your process, it takes time for wine to become wine. It has to ferment. And that's basically what's going on with Spider-Man 4. It's just taking a lot of time to get that film in line. And as we reported over the last 6 months, it has a lot to do with the resharing agreement between Marvel, Sony, and Disney, and then getting a new contract out for Tom Holland, which I can't wait to see how many zeros are on that contract Tom Holland is about to be paid. Now, I know you guys have heard the rumor that it's going to look like summer of 2024 before it comes out, and as I've already argued multiple times at the channel whenever this comes up, Marvel's slate is already so packed in late 2024. If they don't get it out before Captain America New World Order in May, I don't see how it would fit on the schedule in 2024, which means one of two things. Either we're all waiting till 2025 for that film to come out, which would be a real shame, and I'm hoping that's not the case, or maybe they could sort of fast track and get it out early 2024 before May's release of Captain America New World Order. But given the fabric of the statement and how he sort of phrased it, it doesn't feel like that's the case either. So we'll have to wait and see how long they're going to have to let this wine, quote unquote, sit before it's done. And I think that's probably going to dictate when there's even a spot for it to be released amongst Marvel's slate. But they have to go ahead and get there because you're obviously going to want Tom Holland involved in Secret Wars. And he's got a long way to go now that no one remembers who he is. Now, some of the rumors we haven't had a chance to work into a video, and best I could sort of trace them on the internet as hard as that's become. They're coming from the Twitter scoopster Spider Culture, who indicated two things recently since I've done a Spider-Man video. One, that Black Cat may be making a cameo and appearance, and while I have a lot I could say on that, I'm a lot more interested in the second update that indeed Michael Mando's Scorpion story would finally be made good on, and he could end up being the villain in Spider-Man 4. Now, I know there were a lot of rumors about Kingpin, and if I had my choice, I do want to see Spider-Man go against Kingpin, but Michael Mando's Scorpion, especially in a modern take of that character, seems like a natural choice only because they left that storyline completely open at the end of Homecoming, and he'd be a perfect villain for where Peter Parker is at the moment. Now, the only other rumor I see keep coming up, and one we covered briefly in our last video from 3 weeks ago, updates from a separate scooper, but that Miles Morales could actually end up being Peter Parker's roommate, or at least living in the same apartment building, and that'll be the introduction of Miles in the MCU. My argument here would be that Tom Holland has a ton of movies left on his contract, so unless they plan on introducing Miles Morales and running them at the same time, Miles wouldn't get his own movie unless they plan on taking him and crossing him over into the Sony Spider-Verse that's in desperate need of a Spider-Man and doesn't have one yet. I also think with Miles featuring the way he is in the Across the Spider-Verse franchise with the next 2 films coming out, it just feels very redundant to introduce Miles alongside Peter Parker immediately in the MCU in Spider-Man 4, especially considering Peter's story has just finally been reverted to almost origin status. Like, we're hitting the reset button on Peter Parker. Why would we all of a sudden bring Miles Morales to the table? So that's been my problem with that rumor. I haven't really had a chance to talk about it in a video, but my initial reaction to that is just basically question marks. Doesn't seem too logical. But you guys let me know all your thoughts down below. Spider-Man 4, what you got for the villain, who you got, and what do you think about the release schedule? How mad you going to be if we have to wait till 2025? I'm all ears. Quickly, let's get into the giveaway stuff before I let you go. All right, we're still giving away a PlayStation 5 at 1 million subscribers. Given our current rate of subscribership, which has really picked up here in December, we're going to hit that any day now. And as a content creator who's been on YouTube for the better part of 10 years, been at this channel for 5 years, this is my 4th channel, and had a lifelong dream, something I didn't even know I could hit in 1 million subscribers, I kindly invite you to help me hit that lifelong dream. In fact, we're so close to 1 million that if everybody who watches this video who isn't subscribed, I'd hit 1 million tonight. And while I know that probably is not going to happen, I would still sincerely appreciate it from the bottom of my heart. As just a guy who was making videos in his bedroom 10 years ago thinking this can never happen, to being where I am now, I literally can't believe it. And I am so grateful to all of you who have supported me and subscribed here over the years. Now, if you're watching the videos, you might as well subscribe as well, because we're also doing a daily comic book giveaway here at the channel. Today's winner is Eddie LGs. Congratulations. Thanks so much for the support. All you got to do, DM me at IamFires on Instagram, or email me on my business email. It's under the About section on my channel. I'll verify your account and get the comic book right out to you guys. And it's that simple for the PS5, for the daily comic book giveaway in December, for any of the other giveaways coming up this year at the channel. All you got to do, be a subscriber, leave a comment, because it's truly random. The more videos you comment on, the better chance you have of winning. All winners will be announced at the end of videos, the same way we're doing here. The best way to keep up with the content has always been to hit the notification bell with all notifications turned on. And as always, if you liked today's video, I'd appreciate it if you hit the like button. My name's Michael Roman. Find me in a couple of places, Instagram and Twitter at IamFires. You can also find me on Spotify, YouTube, Amazon, Apple, iTunes, wherever you listen to original music under the name All Fires. And while I sincerely appreciate you checking my music out, thanks for checking this channel out. Stick around. We'll be posting again real soon.
So please subscribe, like this video, and see you guys. Bye.